Hi, this is Mrs. Mattis with Pasco eSchool Driver's Education and Traffic Safety. Welcome to the orientation video. This should be viewed by both a parent and guardian in order to become activated and confirm your spot. At any point in the video, you can pause and read through the slide. That way you get the full information. And then at the end, there will be something for you guys to do together to indicate that you have completed this. First of all, like I said, my name is Mrs. Mattis. The number that I am going to be contacting you is on the screen. Please go ahead and save that into your phone so that you know that I'm not trying to sell you a car warranty and that we can make sure that we have an open line of communication throughout the entire time you are in my course. Please make sure as you are working through the course that you use Google Chrome or Firefox and that your pop-up blocker is off. There's something in the system that makes Safari not work, so if you are accessing it from a mobile device, go ahead and download Google Chrome or Firefox as a browser as well to your mobile device or your computer so that you can have everything work smoothly. If you are seeing this, you are registered, logged in, and ready to go. You should have received your username and password from Florida Virtual School. If you have not, please contact them in order to receive that. If you do that, if you have your username and password, go ahead and make sure that you log in using these steps by accessing County Virtual School and then the login screen. If for some reason you're having issues or having trouble, you can use the forgot password that's shown right here on the login screen, or you can call Florida Virtual School. I unfortunately cannot help with usernames and passwords, so please go ahead and contact them directly. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to verify your information by following these steps. You're going to click on these three lines, then you're going to go down to student records, and then once that pops open, you're going to click student profile. This really just makes sure that we have the most correct information and up-to-date information for you. So the three things that you want to focus on is your email address. Make sure it's an email address that you have access to and you can readily view. Your phone number. Obviously, at some point, I'm going to be calling you guys, so we want to make sure that we have a phone number that is the best for you. You can also add another phone number if you want your student cell phone number and then you want mom's phone number as well, or dad's, or grandma, or whoever it is. But just make sure it's one that you have access to and that you're not going to mind getting phone calls and or texts to. Your address, we want to make sure that you're living in the place that you should be, and then you're going to click Save in the bottom right corner. Super important step, just make sure that you access it. So once you are done with all of that, you should see under Current Courses, Driver Education. That's the course that you are enrolled in. And to access the course, you're going to click the gray button here. If you need my information, you're going to click the orange button, and it'll give you everything that you need. The only other thing I want to point out is up here in this upper right-hand corner, you should have a little envelope, and there might be a red number to indicate that you have a message. The message could be from me or could be from Florida Virtual School or driversed.com, which is going to be super important at the end of the course. Once you click that gray button to enter the course, you're going to see some sort of announcement on there. It could be something about attendance or upcoming events at Pasco eSchool. But the most important thing is in the bottom left corner, you're going to see this continue button. And that continue button is where you're going to want to click to actually enter My Classroom. So when you enter My Classroom, you're going to see something along the lines of this. You might see something up here, like an announcement or something along those lines, but this is pretty much going to always remain the same. You have my contact information and a place where you can set an appointment. If you do set an appointment, it is for you to call me. So please check that out if that's something you would like to do, but it's not necessary. You can always just call or text me whenever you're available. The orientation video you're viewing is always right there, instructions on what to do, and then down here at the bottom we're going to talk about this a little bit more, but these are going to be important to you as well. Those are your written assignments. The most important thing we want on here is your pace chart. This pace chart is going to help guide you through the course. It is 8 to 10 weeks, and you should be completing at least 5 assignments every week. And if you do that, you will stay on track, you will stay on pace, and we'll get you finished up in a timely manner, which is something super important. At the top of your screen, you should see a blue toolbar, and this has all of the things and all of the ways that you're going to access things in the course. The ones that you're really going to want to watch out for are going to be the home button, if you want to get back to that welcome page, your lessons, and your assessments. Those are the main ones you're going to access throughout the course. Obviously, you can see the other ones serve a purpose here as well. If you are on a mobile device, such as a cell phone or an iPad, your screen's going to look a little bit different, but if you click those 3 small lines in the upper right corner, you're still going to have access to all of those things on there. Once again, if I'm going too fast, just hit pause and review, go back. Under your main menu, really the only 2 things you might need are your send message and my teacher contact, and those just send me an email in the course, which I check regularly. But the best way to reach me, like I said, is to save this number into your phone. That way you have my information anytime that you need. You can also email my regular school email. I check all of them throughout the day. So either way, you're going to get in contact with me in some way. During the course, you're going to be doing 10 modules. In those 10 modules, there are 37 quizzes. There are 4 assignments. There's 1 DBA all the way at the end of the course, and then 1 final exam. To access your modules, you're going to click on that lessons or the book on that blue bar at the top of your screen. And then it's going to take you to this page where it says Welcome to Driver's Education, and you're going to click where it says Hit the Road. Now this is where it's important that you make sure that your pop-up blocker is off, because when you click Hit the Road, a pop-up screen is going to come up, and it's going to look something like this. So when you first access the course, the only tab you'll have highlighted or that you'll have access to is coursework. And you're just going to simply click Start. And when you click Start, the very first thing it's going to ask you to do is to fill out this information. So just some general information, your birthday, your gender, these types of things, just to make sure that we have the most up-to-date and accurate information, because this is where you are going to have your permit and your TLSA certificate from. So if this information is not correct, it's not going to match what the DMV has, and it's going to prevent or it's going to cause issues when you try to get your permit or your TLSAE. Okay? Make sure that you fill in which one fits you best and the last 4 digits of your social security number. Those are super important because it's going to affect your permit and the course as you go through. If all of that information is correct and good, then you're going to click Continue. If you don't know that information right off the bat, not a problem. You can always come back to it and fill it in when you know the correct information. However, until you do that, this box will appear every time you log in. You cannot complete the course until that information is complete. Then, once it's complete, you're going to click Start the Course. And it's going to look something like this. Over here on the left, these are all of the modules that you're going to go through. You're going to start with one and go through them all. Then you have all of these little help things over here on the side that might help you out. The most important one here is this little blue arrow at the bottom. That's going to move you to the next page so you can continue through your course. So as you go through the course and clicking through that blue arrow, your quizzes will pop up. So you don't have to navigate anywhere else. You don't have to go anywhere else to get those quizzes. They're all going to be there for you in the course. The written assignments will be prompting you throughout the class. And those written assignments were the ones that we talked about on the home page for Driver's Ed, that big gray box. So once you get to assignment 2.5, you can click on that and it's going to take you to a Google Doc. Please do not request access. I will not give it to you. You can copy and paste those questions into the student comment box for that assignment. I'm going to show you how to do that. So at the top of that screen, you should see the assessment tab. The assessment tab will lead you to a list of all of the assignments that you're going to submit. You do not need to submit any of the quizzes. Those grades will be submitted automatically within 24 hours. So when you're ready to submit 2.5, which is your first one, you should see something like this when you click on the name of it. And the biggest thing is to click the Submit for Grading button. Where do you find that? So you're going to copy and paste all of those questions and answers into the student comment box right here, into this big white box. You don't need to upload any assignments. Sometimes they get lost in translation and it just makes it a little more difficult. You are then going to click Submit for Grading. That indicates to the system and to me that you are ready for that assignment to be graded, and then you're going to click Submit for Grading again. If you don't click Submit for Grading, then I will never get that assignment and I can't grade it. Okay? So your grade report and your grade can be found by clicking Gradebook. It has a list of everything on there that you click and that you've taken. You can only redo quizzes on the Driver's Ed platform. However, if you redo those assignments for the quizzes, then you run the risk of getting a lower grade. So if you take it the first time and you get an 80, and then the next time you take it and you get a 60, the system is going to keep the 60. It's going to keep the last attempt in your grade. So make sure that you think about that before you redo anything. You can resubmit the written assignments and I'll email you about that if that's necessary. You'll have a discussion-based assessment at the very end. Please call me as soon as you have completed your very last assignment and you are ready to go. Once you complete the final exam, I will send you an email with all of the things that you need to get your certificate for our drug and alcohol course, as well as the permit exam. So this course should take about 8 to 10 weeks. The pace chart we talked about before gives you a breakdown of everything you should be submitting every week, but you should be submitting at least 5. You can do more, but you can't do less. So make sure that you do that. If you get off pace, give me a call and we will talk about it and we'll figure it out and we'll get things going for you. But please, please, please try to follow that pace chart. It's going to be super helpful for you. You can pause and read through this, but you basically get 28 days to try out the course. If I notice you're struggling and you're not doing well, I'll give you a call and let you know and we'll discuss options for you. Every month we are going to be talking over the phone, which conveniently falls around that 28-day grace period. We can combine your DBA and your monthly call if you're at that point, but we do need to speak to the parent and student. I can also send emails as well if you're on pace and doing well, which you will be, so we'll get to that point in a month. All right, academic integrity, obviously, especially in driver's ed, we want to make sure that you are learning this stuff on your own and that you're not faking it in any way, shape, or form, especially if you're going to be driving on the road. So make sure that you're doing your own work, and you can pause and read through this as well. If you have any technical support, Florida Virtual School is available to you. I would jot down that phone number. That way you can contact them if you do need any help with them. You can contact me as well. I can sometimes help with a lot, but not everything. All right, so now that we've viewed this recording with your parent and guardian, please make sure that you go to that website and fill out the information. That is the indication to me that you have watched the orientation video and that you're ready to start working and that we can go ahead and confirm your spot. I look forward to working with you guys. Thank you so much. Once again, if this was too fast, you can always rewind, you can always pause, go back through, read it on your own, or give me a call and let me know what I can do to help you guys out. Once I receive your information from filling out that website, I will go ahead and contact you and you can begin working. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.